Why emotional intimacy matters more than physical attraction. In relationships, physical attraction is often what draws two people together at first glance. It is immediate, instinctive, and powerful. It creates excitement, curiosity, and sometimes even obsession. But while physical attraction may start a relationship, it is emotional intimacy that determines whether that relationship survives, deepens, or collapses over time. Many people confuse being attracted to someone with being truly connected to someone. These are not the same thing. One is based on appearance and chemistry. The other is based on understanding, trust, emotional safety, and shared vulnerability. To understand why emotional intimacy matters more, we need to break down what each one actually is and how they function in real life. What physical attraction really is. Physical attraction is a natural response to someone's appearance, voice, body language, or overall presence. It is often immediate and subconscious. You don't have to think about it. It just happens. It is influenced by facial features, body shape and posture, style and grooming, voice tone and energy, chemistry or spark. Physical attraction is not shallow by nature. It is simply surface level. It plays an important role in romance because it creates initial interest. Without it, many relationships would never begin. However, physical attraction is also unstable. It changes with time, environment, emotional state, and familiarity. What once felt exciting can become normal. What once felt intense can fade into routine. This is not a flaw. It is simply how human perception works. What emotional intimacy really is. Emotional intimacy is the deep sense of closeness that comes from being emotionally understood, accepted, and safe with someone. It involves being able to express feelings honestly, feeling heard and understood, trusting someone with your vulnerabilities, sharing fears, dreams, and insecurities, supporting each other emotionally during difficult times. Emotional intimacy is not built in a day. It develops over time through consistent communication, shared experiences, and emotional honesty. Unlike physical attraction, emotional intimacy does not fade with familiarity. It usually strengthens. The more you know someone emotionally, the more layers you discover. And the more you feel connected, the harder it becomes to replace that bond. Why physical attraction alone is not enough. A relationship built only on physical attraction is like a house built on sand. It may look strong at first, but it cannot withstand emotional storms. Here's why. 1. It fades with time. No matter how strong physical attraction is at the beginning, it naturally reduces as people become familiar with each other. The newness disappears. If there is no emotional depth underneath, what remains is often emptiness or boredom. 2. It struggles during conflict. When emotional intimacy is missing, disagreements become dangerous. Small misunderstandings can turn into breakups because there is no emotional safety to repair the bond. People who are only physically connected often don't know how to communicate through emotional tension. 3. It cannot sustain real-life challenges. Life is not always exciting. There are financial struggles, stress, personal growth phases, disappointments, and emotional lows. Physical attraction cannot carry a relationship through hardship. Emotional connection can. 4. It creates shallow attachment. When attraction is the only foundation, people often stay together for appearance, convenience, or temporary satisfaction, not true connection. This leads to relationships that feel empty even when both people are physically present. Why emotional intimacy builds stronger relationships. Emotional intimacy is what transforms a relationship from I like you to I trust you with my life experience. 1. It builds trust. Trust is not built through attraction. It is built through emotional consistency. When someone knows they can express themselves without being judged or ignored, they begin to trust deeply. Trust is what makes relationships feel secure instead of uncertain. 2. It creates emotional safety. Emotional safety means you can be your real self without fear. You don't have to pretend to be perfect. You don't have to hide your emotions. You don't have to perform. This safety allows relationships to become real instead of superficial. 3. It deepens love over time. Physical attraction often peaks early and then declines slightly. Emotional intimacy does the opposite. It grows stronger with time. The more you experience life together, the more layers of understanding develop and the deeper the bond becomes. 4. It improves communication. People with emotional intimacy communicate better. They don't just talk, they understand each other. Instead of reacting emotionally, they respond thoughtfully. Instead of assuming, they ask questions. This reduces unnecessary conflict and builds stronger connection. 5. It creates loyalty beyond appearance. When emotional intimacy is strong, people are not easily replaced. Not because of dependency, but because of connection. You don't just miss the person, you miss how they make you feel understood. The difference between being desired and being understood. Physical attraction makes you feel desired. Emotional intimacy makes you feel understood. Being desired feels good, but it can be temporary. It is based on external qualities. Being understood feels deeper. It is based on internal connection, your thoughts, emotions, experiences, and identity. Many relationships fail because people mistake desire for love. Desire says, I want you. Understanding says, I see you. Why many people chase physical attraction first? It is natural for humans to notice appearance first. The brain processes visual information quickly, and attraction often starts there. Social media and culture also emphasize appearance heavily. People are constantly exposed to curated images of ideal beauty, which can distort expectations in relationships. Because of this, many people prioritize looks over character, chemistry over compatibility, excitement over stability. But over time, reality always becomes more important than appearance. When the excitement fades, emotional connection becomes the deciding factor in whether the relationship continues or collapses. What happens when emotional intimacy is missing? Without emotional intimacy, relationships often experience feeling emotionally distant even when physically close, misunderstandings that never get resolved, lack of deep conversations, feeling alone while in a relationship, constant need for external validation, short-lived connections that don't last. This is why many relationships look good from the outside but feel empty on the inside. What happens when emotional intimacy is strong? When emotional intimacy is strong, relationships often feel safe and stable, deeply connected, supportive during hard times, honest and open, emotionally fulfilling, long-lasting even through challenges. Physical attraction may still exist, but it becomes secondary to emotional connection. Can physical attraction and emotional intimacy coexist? Yes, and in healthy relationships, they usually do. Physical attraction provides initial chemistry and romantic energy. Emotional intimacy provides depth and stability. The healthiest relationships are not ones where one replaces the other, but where emotional intimacy becomes the foundation and physical attraction becomes the expression. But when forced to choose which matters more for long-term success, emotional intimacy always wins. Final truth. Physical attraction opens the door. Emotional intimacy builds the home. Attraction can make someone interested in you, but emotional intimacy makes them stay, grow, and invest in you. Without emotional intimacy, relationships remain surface level and fragile. With it, they become deep, resilient, and meaningful. In the end, what most people remember is not just how someone looked, but how they made them feel understood, safe, and emotionally seen. And that is something physical attraction alone can never replace.